In a quiet village surrounded by endless fields and soft winds lived a young boy named Ayan. He was known for being restless, impatient, and always angry at the smallest things. If his kite tore, he blamed the wind. If his toy broke, he blamed his siblings. If his crops failed, he complained to life itself. His heart carried storms that never seemed to end. One day, after losing a small race with his friends, Ayan walked away from everyone in frustration. He kicked stones, muttered to himself, and headed toward the old forest outside the village, a place where elders always told stories of wisdom, magic, and hidden lessons. Ayan didn't believe any of those tales, he only wanted silence for his anger. Deep inside the forest stood a towering tree, ancient, wide-trunked, and majestic. Its leaves shimmered with a gentle glow when sunlight passed through. Villagers called it the heart tree, but no one visited it anymore. As Ayan approached, he felt a strange calm coming from it. Almost unknowingly, he sat under its shade and closed his eyes. His breathing slowed, then he heard it, a soft whisper. "Why do you trouble your heart so much, young one?" Ayan's eyes shot open. He looked around. No one was there. "Up here," the voice said again, warm yet powerful. Ayan tilted his head back, trembling. "Who's speaking?" "I am," said the tree, its bark shifting slightly as if forming a gentle smile. "I am the one you call the heart tree." Ayan stumbled backward. Trees don't talk." The tree chuckled, and the leaves shivered like laughter. "Most people don't listen." Ayan wasn't sure whether to run or stay. But something about the tree felt safe, almost like it had known him forever. "Why are you angry, child?" the tree asked. Ayan looked down. "I don't know. Things don't happen my way. I try, but life keeps stopping me. Nothing works for me." The tree bent slightly, its shadow comforting him like an embrace. "Come closer." Ayan hesitated, then slowly leaned against the trunk. "Let me tell you a story," the tree began. "A long time ago, I too was small. Just a tiny seed beneath the soil. For years, I waited in darkness. I felt the weight of the earth pressing me down. Storms came, rains flooded the ground, and sometimes I thought I would never grow. But I held on. I pushed upward, no matter how hard it was. One day, I broke through the soil. And even then, strong winds tried to bend me, rains tried to drown me, and animals tried to destroy my young branches. But I did not complain. I grew anyway." Ayan listened quietly. For the first time in a long while, he wasn't angry, he was thinking. The tree continued, "If I had given up because things were hard, you would not be sitting in my shade today. Life does not give its treasures to those who quit. It rewards those who stay patient." Ayan exhaled. "But what if I fail?" "Failure is not your enemy," the tree said gently. "It is your teacher. The wind does not break me, it strengthens my roots." Ayan closed his eyes again. The words touched him deeply, like a hand calming his heart. "I get upset easily. I feel like nothing works out. You must learn to breathe," the tree advised. "When you feel anger rising, step away. Sit quietly. Listen to the world. Listen to your heart. Anger blinds you. Patience opens your eyes." Ayan touched the bark softly. "Will you teach me? Can I come here again?" The tree's leaves swayed lovingly. "You may come whenever you need guidance. I am always here." Days turned into weeks, and Ayan began visiting the tree daily. Sometimes he shared his worries. Sometimes he simply sat in silence. With each visit, he became kinder, calmer, and more thoughtful. People in the village noticed the change. He no longer fought with his siblings. He didn't blame the wind or life anymore. He worked patiently, helped others, and smiled more often. One day, after months of learning from the tree, Ayan returned to find the forest unusually silent. He walked to the heart tree, and froze. The tree was losing its color. Its leaves had begun to fall. Its bark looked tired. Ayan's heart dropped. "What's happening to you?" The tree spoke slowly, its voice softer than ever. "My time is coming to an end, young one. Old trees must return to the earth." Tears filled Ayan's eyes. "No, I still need you. You never needed my voice," the tree whispered. "You only needed to hear your own. You came to me with storms inside you. Now your heart carries calm winds. That is my purpose fulfilled." Ayan hugged the trunk tightly. "Thank you for everything. Remember," the tree said, "patience is strength. Kindness is warmth. Control your anger, or your anger will control you. And whenever you feel lost, close your eyes, and you will hear me." Ayan nodded, letting the tears fall freely. Over the next days, the villagers saw the great tree shed its final leaves. But Ayan didn't let its teachings fade. He planted a new seed near the old trunk, a tiny beginning of a new future. Years passed. Ayan grew into a wise young man, loved by all. Whenever children became angry or impatient, their parents said, "Go to Ayan. He understands hearts like no one else." And Ayan would smile, guide them gently, and share the wisdom of the talking tree. One day, as he sat near the growing sapling, he felt a familiar breeze pass by, soft, warm, full of love. In its whisper, he heard, "I'm proud of you." He smiled, knowing the tree still lived within him. And so the lesson remained. Patience builds strength, anger destroys peace, and wisdom grows in those who choose to listen, even if the voice comes from an ancient, talking tree.